The Constitutional Court has declared provisions of the Films and Publications Act unconstitutional, and the wives of 400 mine workers staging an underground sit-in at Saman-Kokrome's Moinoi operations have gathered outside the mine. Ambusisiwa Khadebe with the latest news update. The Constitutional Court has declared provisions of the Films and Publications Act which require pre-publication classification unconstitutional. The court has affirmed an earlier decision by the South Gauteng High Court that sections of the legislation unlawfully discriminate between newspapers and magazines. Under the Act, magazines would have to submit sexually explicit photographs for prior classification. Newspapers are exempt from the restriction. Justice Edwin Cameron says pre-publication classification limits the right to freedom of expression.
The bearer of the right to freedom of expression must, in effect, seek and obtain the permission of an administrative body to make expression publicly available, which may not necessarily be unlawful. And this unduly trammels upon the right to freedom of expression and entails an adjudication of rights that falls more properly within the province of the courts. People should be free to express information, ideas and opinions.
Motorists will again have to cough up more for fuel next month. Petrol will cost 21 cents more a litre for 93 octane and 23 cents for 95 octane. From next Wednesday, while diesel will rise by a substantial 40 cents a litre and paraffin by 44 cents a litre. According to the Department of Energy, the increases are due to the rand, which has deteriorated against major currencies. Spokesperson Robert Make.
The other element that led to the increase in the fuel price is the slate levy of 13.16 cents per litre. In South Africa, we have what is called the self-adjusting slate mechanism, which means that if the money in the slate account is below minus 250 billion rand, then there will be a self-adjusting slate levy that will be introduced.
The Chamber of Mines says the series of wildcat strikes have a huge impact on the economy and may result in significant job losses. A number of mines in the country have been hit by a wave of strikes, with workers demanding big salary increases. Senior executive responsible for strategy and economics at the Chamber of Mines, Roger Baxter, says the strikes are seriously damaging the gold sector.
Illegally striking mine workers are both unaffordable and actually may result in significant job losses by the companies concerned. So it's a really very concerning situation. It has very big implications because mining is the flywheel of the economy. So it's not just mining that gets affected, it's also other sectors, manufacturing, financial services, etc., which are also being affected by the wildcat strikes themselves. So it's a very challenging environment.
And lastly, the wives of 400 mine workers staging an underground sit-in at Saman-Kokrome's Moinoi operations near Rustenburg have gathered outside the mine entrance. They are worried about the safety of their husbands, who have been underground since yesterday. The wives say they have been prevented from giving them water or food.
Miners who are still underground since yesterday plan to remain for more hours underground until mine management engage with them. Striking miners have elected a committee to engage with mine management over salary increment of 12,500 a month. However, the mine management wants to engage with NUM on talks as the official trade union recognized by the company. Dal Khaitsewe, reporting for SABC Radio News, Moinoi.
Catch the latest news on the hour on SABC radio stations and anytime here on Newsbreak, Option 1.